Hey guys, welcome back to SwiftOwl7 Gaming. It's SwiftOwl here, and I am giving you a quick review slash my thoughts on the 600i Touring Edition. And we have the Best in Show skin on right now, and we're also rocking our. I got my wrong jacket on. Is that the right jacket? Yeah, it's the right jacket. We got our jacket from the IAE since we picked this ship up at the 2591 IAE. You can still pick this up to rent as of the recording of this video. Hopefully I can get this posted by December 1st. I'm sure I will. I'll probably get it posted tonight, actually. So anyway, it's cold here on Microtech, so we're going to get into the ship here in just a second. But I did want to say that CIG is going to be working on updating this ship and making it to gold standard. And I was just keeping my ear to the ground and heard that that might be in June. At least some players were talking about that, when it will actually be released, June of 2022. I don't know if that's the case or not. I haven't actually even seen any hard data. It's just what was going around in the chat circles today. So yeah, we got the Best in Show edition skin on, and I famously called this the Blue Whale. Well, not so much famously, but I dubbed this the Blue Whale yesterday. I was flying around with it a little bit, and I actually kind of like the blue skin. I think there was just so much blue in the Expo Center that, I guess the elevator time's out. I didn't realize it. I guess there was so much blue in the Expo Center that it just didn't look quite as good. It was too, what you would say, saturated with other blue colors. Anyway, well, let's climb aboard and we'll get started here. So again, I have the Touring Edition. You know, I have the Carrack, I have the 890 jump, and I didn't want to always take the 890 jump out whenever I'm doing passenger missions, which hopefully will be in the game next year. At least it's in development schedule for next year. So I thought a nice smaller version of the 890 would be nice to do some passenger missions. I got the Carrack for exploration. I got the 400i for exploration as well. At least they all have cartography maps. And so I just thought, instead of picking up the 600i Exploration Edition, I got the Touring Edition. So we'll start right here in the Captain's Quarters. That's kind of where we landed up at. And I have no complaints. First off, getting off the elevator on the lower deck. I love how the elevator moves slowly. The doors open kind of slowly. It just has that feel of elegance, that you're not in a hurry. You are here to relax and enjoy yourself and enjoy the cruise or transportation wherever you're going. And I really get that vibe. I love the, I don't know if I want to call that slate or granite or that texture of this wall that Origin puts on there. It's wonderfully lidded, in my opinion. And right here you have the Captain's Quarters, or I guess if you're renting this ship out, carrying a VIP passenger, it might be their quarters for the time being. I personally wouldn't change anything in these quarters. I absolutely love it. There's plenty of desk space to store items on. I haven't tried seeing if items persist yet in here. The view. I personally find the view even more stunning than the 890 Jump's Captain's Quarters. It doesn't have much of a view. There are windows in it, but those windows look through a hallway and then out to the back of the ship, and they're quite small in comparison. But this is where it's at. There is a glitch right now. You can log out in this bed and successfully log back in. However, when you get back up, when you stand up, you'll be standing on the bridge. So make sure you lay down with a spacesuit on, because it does put you outside for a moment. You will lose health if you are in a place that doesn't have atmosphere, and you'll be quick traveling up to the bridge. You won't get stuck or anything. I haven't had any problems with that. So, but anyway, I love smoking cigars, and of course, they have these in the game, and I can't wait. Maybe they'll let us smoke cigars in the game. Wouldn't that be nice to drink with our liquor? That'd be nice. They need a cigar shop or some type of a high-end joint at one of the planets that you can get out and have some nice relaxing times, meet up with people. So that planet is dripping, isn't it? It's like raining inside. I love the green textures. It kind of offsets the white. I mean, but what do they say? Do things in 3, 1, 2, and then a large 3 for the green in the room. They did a wonderful job on the bathroom in here. Reflections obviously are not in the game yet, but they did a wonderful job. It's kind of cluttered, just like I would expect to find it. You got your little shower, toilet tucked away, has its own door that you can close and open up. Two hanging racks for your clothing when that becomes a feature in the game for storage. We got the inventories right now, but I would imagine that this is just a temporary design. It's better than what we had. It's not the end goal, so we just have to put up with it for its good and bad natures. So you come off the elevator and you turn right and you head right into this lounge area, the receiving area. I can see maybe a crew member meeting you here and taking you up to your room, taking your baggage. This is probably my least favorite part of the 600i Touring Edition. I feel as though there should be a window, probably where this slate is. Same on this side. I want you to also notice that my health indicator has popped up in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, along with the temperature gauge. If you are in space, wear your helmet when you are walking around the 600i, because you will suffocate in this room. There is no atmosphere. That is something that desperately needs fixed. So when they do the gold pass, I expect them to fix these small oversights that they had. What is floating there in the air? I don't know what that is. There's a mini black hole in the lobby. I hope that doesn't suck us in. Okay, anyway, but you know, I love the floor. I love the idea of having a glass window. Why can't it be bigger? I would love to see it maybe be the whole entire bottom layer here. I feel as though they worked so hard to design curves and angles that work together, in my opinion. And then you have this big square or rectangle, and I think it's just too harsh. I think if you had a window right here where that gray slate is, I'm just going to call that slate, and you had this maybe a little bigger or following the same outline as the lines going around it, I think that would be so nice. I think that would work so well. Maybe some lamps or something on the end tables, because I find it to be a little dark down here. I mean, I don't know, it's just me. I think it'd be more homey if there was a couple lamps. So you got the center staircase, and I have problems with that just a little bit. I'll tell you about that here in a moment when we go up it. But let's finish talking about this first level. Then as I go up to the staircase, we'll talk about that when we get up to the top level, okay? Right now I am freezing inside my 600i because there's no atmosphere, so let's just walk through these doors. Maybe, there we go. So you got this elevator back here, which really, I guess guests could use it, but it's going to be mainly used by the crew, because this is going to go to the crew quarters down on this side. Now, I like the whole idea of this hallway. They carried the slate through. You got the logo, the Origin Jump Works logo at the end of the hallway. I like it. It matches the hallway upstairs. I like the wood grain. I tell you what I don't like. Two things. One, if I'm a guest, I am just naturally assuming that there's something back here that is for me. There's no indication that this is for crew, that a guest shouldn't be wandering back here. I just think that Morphologist is a wonderful YouTuber, and he talks about how the floors, if there was a break here, and maybe it said crew on this part, guests this way, and they changed the texture down here, where maybe they just took the wood out altogether and put just this white floor coloring here. It would just indicate, in my opinion, now I might be just talking out my rear end, I guess, but I just think there's something lacking here. And I also think that there is not enough lighting. I think that this corridor is dark. Where are the lights? You got lights kind of in the door frame. You got some light coming from the elevator, and you got some light coming from this door, but there's no light here. I would have put recessed lighting in underneath each stair. Instead of having them open, I would just made each stair a light. And it doesn't have to be bright, but it would be better. I never noticed that before. You can see wiring and stuff. The detail is pretty neat. But anyway, plug those lights right into that wire right there. Just I'm sure that'd be fine, right? And that would lighten this hallway up quite a bit, in my opinion. I think it's too dark. So you go back here to the crew quarters. And I've watched other review videos, and they talk about a lack of privacy. You know what? That can be easily fixed. Put curtain up or something that slides, and voila, your privacy's taken care of. I think that it would make sense to have a table, maybe for the crew to play chess or cards at, and maybe a couple chairs over here, a couch, maybe 2 recliners with an end table for them just to relax and put a TV up on a wall or something like that. I just feel like this area is lacking just a little bit. I have a feeling that when they do their gold pass that they might tweak something in here, because there's been a lot of negative comments about this, but I don't think there's much that needs done. A curtain and some furniture in the middle. I would even go so far as to get rid of this open area here, unless there's going to be gameplay functionality. Just, I think when you put the furniture in, that might, well, I guess you could keep it. I don't know. It doesn't step down, does it? It's just still the same smooth surface. I guess you could keep it. Yeah, television, put, couch or something. There's no workstations really for the crew in this particular ship. Maybe even put 2 workstations on opposite sides, or workstations back in this hallway. You got the escape pods for the crew. Presumably you got lockers for the crew. I would imagine that that's what these are. Each crew member has their locker. You can't open those yet, but I would say, this is where they get changed. They got a seat there. You might be able to work in a workstation here, maybe not. I'm okay with this back area. You got lots of room to change. You got lots of room to get into your escape pod in the event of an emergency. I have no problems. No problems with this back room here. I think it's lit quite nicely. Going into the bathrooms, very sterile. I actually kind of like it. Again, you got more uniform areas. You got 4. Maybe that's supposed to be the locker room. I don't know. Maybe these aren't supposed to be the locker. No, I would think this would be like crew member 3, crew member 4. I would think that's what that is. And then they have, because look, these match up to whichever crew member. So that makes sense. I think I'm right about that. Nice little changing area. I might even put like a little display up here. Now, they probably won't do this, but that shows the status of the ship. Like, maybe this is what shift you're going to be doing, or this is where the ship is at on its route. This is the time your next shift starts. This is the crew area, right? Why wouldn't there be something like that? So you got the bathrooms, spacious, very spacious. Is that a mirror? I don't think that's a mirror. I'd put a mirror in there, but dusty, isn't it? Look at this. Look at all the dust floating around. Yeah, no problems with this. I think this is well done, well executed. I can't wait until some more door lock functionality comes into the game. It looks like they have something built in for that door. The only if this is a body jet, I'm assuming that this might be a body jet. Wouldn't you be getting your clothes all wet over here? Potentially. It's the only problem. Of course, it's a game, so it doesn't matter. It's the only problem I see. But that's my thoughts on. Hello. That's my thoughts on the crew area. So I think from the bathrooms, this back hallway, I think that's all fine. But this area right here needs some work. Definitely needs some work. Okay, let's head upstairs. And I tell you what, we're going to go to the front of the ship and take the front elevator to the upper levels. One nice thing that I would add to a skylight. I would put a skylight up there somehow. I understand that the 600i Explorer and the 600i Touring, this compartment, they're supposed to be the same ship, right? Except for this compartment. This compartment is supposed to be interchangeable. I mean, I don't want to say interchangeable, that's not the word, but this is the difference. This is the compartment that, same ship, different compartment. We won't be able to change it, but the manufacturer, when you bought it, very easy for them to change, right? So maybe, they'd have some problems putting in a skylight that would change the actual outside of the ship, but I still think that they should do something to, put a window in, get some views. Even if they cut this slate, just get some views in here. I think that would be nice. So, we're going to the top of the ship here, and you'll get to see how nice this elevator moves. You're a passenger, you're just taking your time. You don't need jarring movements. You're here to relax a little bit. There we go. Just one of the slower elevators in Star Citizen, but that's okay. So a lot of people have a hard time with the bridge. I like the bridge. I don't think it needs anything else. People say that this back spot is kind of a wasted space. They like the 890 jump with the consoles on the side. But really, this is a much smaller ship. There's not as much things to manage. You are taking passengers along to their destination. In the 600i Explorer, you're moving cargo, presumably, and doing a couple other things. But I think the bridge is big enough and small enough all at the same time. I do agree that maybe this could have been more. I don't know what you'd put here. I wouldn't put a hollow globe here because that would defeat the purpose of the 600i Explorer Edition. So you don't want that. But this whole center chair and I don't know what you want to call this centerpiece here. It fits the theme of Origin. It really does. If you're going to change the bridge, in my opinion, I'd get rid of this all together. Just open this up and completely change how the bridge is lined up. Maybe make this more of a captain's seat and put a pilot seat here. But I like how it is. I like how it flows, the lines. I like how the lighting is brighter up here. Of course, a lot of that has to do with the window. It's unobstructed. I love that you can see hangar doors open when you're taking off. Bright lights. I don't see any need to change this. I think it's fine. I don't think they're going to do anything on the bridge during the pass. I think everything that they're going to do on the bridge or during the pass, rather, the golden standard pass, is going to be in this room and in the crew quarters and in the back of the ship, which we haven't talked about yet. So we got 3 seats for crew. We have 3 escape pods. We have now seen 4, 5, 6, 7 escape pods, and that's it. No more escape pods. The crew's getting off the ship. Passengers, they are not getting off this ship. If there's an emergency, the passengers, hey, we thank you for choosing Origin JumpWorks, but good luck. Good luck if there's an emergency. This is going to be the Titanic. There is not enough lifeboats. They might add some more. I don't know where you'd add them at, but they might add some more. What's this called? Escape pods. So, unless, this is for the passengers and the crew, they all go downstairs. That's a long way to go to an escape pod. You'd think this is for the bridge. And even if this is for the passengers, 1, 2, 3, there are 4 passenger rooms. There's 3 on the left and 1 on the right. And that's assuming they don't bring spouses and children with them, right? So, there's a major safety issue here, Origin, that may need addressed. So then we enter into what I think is a awfully designed area. People might disagree with me. One, I feel like I'm in a hospital. Everything's white, everything's sterile. You got almost looks like the floor's fine, I guess, but that's it. There's nothing else. There's no greenery. I mean, there's no fish tanks. There's no windows. Again, there's no windows. If this was a little bit bigger, you'd have kind of a view. I don't like the glass railings. I like them, but I think that the glass railings should be all one piece, all one smooth piece. And then you got the center spiral staircase. I like it, and I don't like it. If I were to do this, I would have made the center spiral staircase coming up, following this curve of the ship here, coming up and connecting right into here. This is where you'd get on and walk down. Because, and it's just my taste, I don't think that this sharp angle and this curve really go together. I don't think that at all. A skylight, how cool would a skylight be? Maybe even above the staircase, or just give us something. A window on this wall, a full window that would break up the monotony of things. It's just so sterile. And so then you have your cabins, and they're all the same. Again, presumably, your cabin is as far to the left of the ship or to the right of the ship as it can go. Why are there no windows? Well, why is there, if you can't put windows in, why can't you do what you did with the 890 jump and have a display screen here that's going to show scenery and things right here, a nice curved window. Just follow this curve. Boom, nice window. You can even cut it off right here so you can still keep your light and headboard. Just have a nice window right there. You can see right outside of the ship. This is supposed to be a passenger ship, and I just don't feel that vibe. I do like several things about the quarters, though. First, I like the glass doors in the bathroom. Hopefully no one comes into the door. Your spouse doesn't walk in while the other one's on the john, because everyone's going to see that. But I think it opens up the room. I think it makes it feel like a bigger room than it is, because it is kind of tight in here for a guest space. Origin does such a good work with their waterfall edge here. You have your shower. I think it's a nice space. You even got your built-in television set. If I were to add anything, I'd say you need a chair for your desk. Maybe move this storage area over here. That way you're not tripping over your chair trying to get dressed. And that's all I would do. That's all I would do. All these quarters are the same. as you can see. Boy, this is dark in here. This one's a dark bathroom. Is there a light switch or something? I'm not familiar with light switches on the 600i yet, so that's something that should be added, the little door controls instead of the inner thought, because there's no panel on the outside of these doors, right? I mean, you need a little control panel here. So things like that, I think, will get done in the pass for the Gold Standard Edition. One thing I like about this ship that the 890 jump doesn't have is if you're under fire. I mean, you're a touring vessel. That shouldn't happen very often, but if there's an emergency, my golly, those stairs in 890 jump, you could fall right off while you're trying to run to the bridge or while you're trying to do something, right? Here, at least you have a glass partition on this side, and even though this side here is open, you can at least grab the railing or the spindle here to kind of steady yourself so you don't just go flying off the stairs when a missile or something hits the ship, or if the ship bumps into an asteroid or something. So now we go to the back of the ship. This is an area where guests are going to go, and look how dark it is. I don't find this very inviting. I actually find this a little creepy. I find this abandoned. Like, the lights are out at nighttime, and the boogeyman's going to hide under the steps and grab you as you walk up. I mean, again, you got a light source from this door, from the elevator shaft, and from the doors up there. There are no actual lights in this corridor. So I think this is something that needs fixed. And again, just putting lights under the steps, recessed lighting under the steps, and that would solve the problem. Hopefully they do this. You have an elevator that does not go to the surface, yet this is where your armor, this is where your weapons are. So if you are being boarded, for one, the crew on the bridge have to run to the back of the ship to get their weapons. That's not good, because most likely the crew is going to be on the bridge, or there might be one floater serving guests, right? Maybe the bar attendant in the next room that we'll see in a moment. But if you're doing an expedition, you're gonna you don't need weapons, but you need your suits, which these doors don't open yet. You're gonna take the passengers out for something. Why not use this elevator to go all the way down to the surface? Why is it doesn't make sense? The layout does not make sense in here. And then we move to a beautifully ugly room. Many people have pointed out in their videos how this bar needs to be moved back, and I think they're going for a walkway here to walk around, but why do you need to walk around this way? There's no reason to come this way when you have a nice pathway down to the next level right here. You got a wonderful bar that, in my opinion, could be slid back or even turned and really open this up and even serve more guests if it was turned at an angle and you just got rid of this walkway over here. Maybe even behind the bar, or right here. Why can't you have two more escape pods? Or you can put 4 escape pods right there and do them up where there's a door in front of them, a little white door that slides open, so they're hidden away, but the passengers will have an escape pod. Surely you can work that in somehow, right, CIG? But boy, you gotta love this room though. This is the party ship. If you want a party ship, there's the Constellation Phoenix, which is very nice. I have some problems with it, but it's a very nice ship for a small-time luxury operation, just maybe for your home base. You got the 890 jump, which is a massive luxury yacht in space. But then you have something in the middle. Something in the middle, a nice party ship that you can fly around with your friends, that you can meet up in, that's pretty economic to fly, has wonderful views, unobstructed views, which is one of the reasons why Origin JumpWorks is my favorite manufacturer, because of the large windows. You don't get that on all the ships. Even the Carrack, which I own, has a wonderful bridge, right? You got those massive windows in the bridge, but everywhere else in the ship, the windows are little slits. They're just little tiny things that you can barely see out of. But look at this! Look at this view. Just look at it. I wish the gun retracted, and it only came out maybe when your weapons were powered up. This would pop out. When the weapons are powered down, it goes in. That would be really nice. I don't expect them to change that, though. I'm looking forward when they add the alarm feature in, as they're slowly doing on ships, this flashing red or something. There's no lighting states on this, even when it's powered off at the moment. Again, you come down here, and here's another area that I would change. You got this beautiful wraparound seat area here. You can't currently sit in it. Oh wait, can you? My golly. Apparently you can, right? Can I change my camera? Look at that, guys. You can sit on these seats. I did not realize that. I tried everything the other day to sit down, and I was unable to do that. So good job. That's great to know. Is it just that seat there? Yeah, because look, you can't sit over here. You have these seats going around here, but you can't sit on them. You got that one little section over there where you can sit. So in the Gold Pass, this is definitely going to be fleshed out. And then you have, what is this? You know, what is this? One, it's square, which takes away from the theme. At least make it, you know, half moon or something. I think that this should step down right here, or maybe even right here. Just end this, and you just step up and step down, where this part here should all be on the same level, in my opinion. That would allow you to move this table actually closer to the seats and have that nice moon shape on it. And you can even put some bar stools on the side, because why not? You have a wonderful view if there's a planet, and if you're in orbit of a planet or something above you. You got this wonderful nook area here that, you know, they probably aren't going to change too much other than adding functionality to the seats. You can't sit down here. What I would love to see is this staircase get moved back right to here. It probably won't happen, but I would love to see it moved back right to here, and a card table or some type of a table, game table. This can be where you sit and smoke your cigars even. I think that would be a better use of this space. Then another seating area, when you have seats right here, potentially bar stools along this side of a table, seats up here, and even more seating down here. When you only have four guest quarters, how much seating do you actually need? Yeah, I guess you might be having a big party on here, but stairs going down, it's fine. I think that I love the downstairs space. I wouldn't change too much about it. You got a nice relaxing television area. People can play pool. You kind of have this glass partition to help block some noise down, but also to give a sense of privacy. You've got some dead space back here, but you know what? I don't mind it. I think it works. You know, you can walk behind here. I don't know what that could be used for. I like it. I like the stairs that you can see through them. I love the soft lighting, the green lighting. See, this is what's needed up in that central space on the upper level. Just something to break up all that sterile environmental feel. The pool table is going to be wonderful when playing pool comes into the game. I don't know if you saw my last video, but we were on the Star Runner, and it has a working chessboard. You can actually play chess in the Star Runner. So I mean, I'm looking forward to when all this stuff works here. I'm glad television's not up against the wall, because you have other passengers that are not walking in front of what you're trying to watch. So that's nice. Um, Again, a nice wall, and you have kind of a little bit of privacy. So if you're having a lower conversation, the sound's not just echoing. I mean, I'm sure it will, because there's no carpet or anything to absorb it. But you got your nice slate that's been given through. You don't need windows down here. Why? Because you have a window right here. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? I love this curve conversation pit upstairs, potential game pit upstairs for cards or chess or something. Big refrigerator. You have some storage shelves. I don't know what this is. I've been trying to figure out what this is. It's either a warming station. I'm going to guess and say this is a warming station. The crew makes food, puts it under here, and it warms up. I don't know. Here's this thing too. I've seen this in another ship I was talking about. I mean, maybe a dishwasher. Wouldn't that be? I don't know. You got your espresso machine. I'm assuming that's what that is, because that's what that was in the Star Runner. You got a broken bowl, potentially. Clipping through. Trash can. I'm going to assume that that's a trash can. How you would empty that, I don't know. I can see putting your waste in there. Yeah. You got your storage for food. I like the marble with the gold inlay. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the 890 Jumps floor. What Origin uses for countertop in the 600i, they use as a walkway in the 890 Jump. That's how much better the 890 Jump is, right? You're walking on other people's counters in the 890 Jump. But I like the curves, the waterfall edge, the seats. Somebody mentioned in one of their videos the seats were a little far back, but it's fine. It's a game, right? I don't know that I liked. I do like the skylight, but I don't know about, because you're gonna be looking up at somebody potentially spilling drinks as they pour stuff, or dripping stuff. You're gonna be looking up at a crew member's rear end. I don't know. I understand the purpose of it. I don't think it's necessary. Maybe just make it opaque. Is that the word? For glass that's frosted. Like make it frosted. Make it a frosted window. You'll still get light. And then there's these two engineering rooms. So we haven't been to engineering yet. This is where it's at. I have seen videos where people are complaining that engineering is right off the crew quarters. And perhaps they could have tied this in with a doorway to the crew hallway on the other side of this wall. I don't know. You got cargo plates, so if you have any cargo, it's going right here. I mean, you're carrying cargo. There's no elevator, guys. There's no elevator. I mean, in real life, crew would be carrying cargo up and down these steps. Why not have this side, which looks the same? Come on, door. Connect into that elevator, where you have an option for the elevator to open this way or this way. The elevator can go down to the surface. You can bring cargo right into here, and if you have to, move cargo through here, you can do it. It's not the best thing in the world for passengers to see, but presumably this is all being done after passengers have departed the ship or before they have boarded the ship. Presumably this is being done. So I can understand, the cargo being back here. A large room on the other side of this door. I don't know, more cargo space. engineering modules that I can't open up yet. Okay, we got a life support problem back in this room. Again, I can't open anything up to see. Oh, maybe I can. You got your utility panels. You know, how often you're going to be coming back here during a cruise? This is like, you know, if something goes horribly wrong. If you're coming back here to service parts during a cruise where there's passengers, then you've encountered a dogfight where something has gone wrong that shouldn't have. And so the crew or the passengers are already disturbed, and they probably understand why you're going back here. I don't think they would have a problem with it personally. I think they'd be very appreciative of you taking care of what needs taken care of. But you know, this cargo bay the problem with it can be solved by taking out this server blade and adding a door for the elevator. You can even move this maybe right here. Problem solved. Or make this just a little bit wider on this particular side. I just think there are better ways of doing this. I haven't taken you into this side. It looks exactly the same as the other side, just a mirror version. Maybe not exactly the same, but pretty close. You got your component storage. Yeah. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could put an elevator in right back here. But I would assume that might get in the way of the landing gear. I'm going to assume that landing gear is under this. Again, life support problems on the ship right here. And that is the 600i Touring Edition. Those are my thoughts. I really tried. My goal is not to steal other people's thoughts from their videos. I mean, yes, I've watched people like morphologists and other people review ships, you know, and I tried to give credit to them when I used their idea. Oh yeah, so and so mentioned this, but my credit or my goal is to give you my unique take on things, my taste on things, what I would like to see done, what I actually think realistically will be done in the Golden Pass. I'm not here to reproduce what other YouTubers have already done. I'm not here to build a wheel again. I am here to give you enjoyable content because I enjoy playing this game and I find this stuff to be enjoyable. So I'd like to share my passion of Star Citizen with you. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Let's get on the bridge where we have a nice view here, right? And I will say adios to you guys. We will see you around the verse. Please like and subscribe. Comment below what you would like to be changed in the 600i if you thought that any of my ideas were good or if you thought any of my ideas were bad. Comment what you think realistically the Golden Pass is going to bring to the 600i Touring Edition. What do you like better, the Touring Edition or the Exploration Edition? Especially if you already have exploration ships in your fleet, I'd be curious to know if you have the Touring Edition of any ship. So feel free to comment below. I know we're a brand new YouTube channel. Right now, no one's really watched any videos. That's okay. I'm just putting this out here for you because this is my passion, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Also, let me know if the microphone quality is better in this video. I tried to remove the static and adjusted some levels. So we will see you in Star Citizen. You guys all take care.